welcome to the Gadget Show.
Yeah, we've got possibly the most weird and exciting and unusual show ever for you this week.
Yes, that's right, Jason. By now you will have realised that Jason and I aren't quite our normal selves. And that's all down to the challenge, isn't it, Jace?
It most certainly is, Susie. And I, for one, am loving this challenge. Because right now I'm actually at home, having a day off, lying in a deep hot bath, happy, naked and totally chillaxed.
Thanks very much. Not exactly the image I wanted to think about right now, but let's talk about the challenge. So a few weeks ago, Jason and I were challenged with something that was so difficult and so complicated.
So downright crazy.
So downright crazy indeed, that it was going to take something as ambitious as this to try and make it work.
Now, we're used to receiving challenges in some pretty random places, but to get one whilst trying to get into the Gadget studio was a first.
Hello?
Hello? And they're not normally delivered by an 8-foot robot called Titan.
Oh, hello. You're a bit of a cracker, aren't you?
What's going on?
Jason and Susie, your challenge is to use technology to present the Gadget Show in the studio, without actually being in the studio.
Oh!
Get thinking. Good luck, and may the best virtual presenter win.
Thanks, Titan.
Thanks, Titan.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Oh, this is going to be so difficult. We can't be in the studio, but we've got to present the show.
What does that mean? What does that even mean? Actually, I was playing dumb. I knew exactly what this challenge was about and exactly how to win it. Titan had given me an idea. Over the years, I've seen hundreds, if not thousands, of robots. All I had to do was put that vast experience to work and build a robot to take my place. And they're getting more sophisticated all the time. The kind of robots you can now buy on your average high street far exceed what I used to watch in the movies when I was a kid. And none are more sophisticated than this little chap. His name's Neo, and I should be able to just bring him to life by touching him. He's developed in France, and is currently available to buy for developers. Hello, Neo.
Hi, Jason, and hello to fans of the Gadget Show. My name is Neo, and I am designed to be your robot friend.
Neo is the most graceful robot we've ever seen. He's been designed as a teaching aid for engineering students, and as such, he's constantly evolving. But straight out of the box, he comes with touch sensors, cameras, infrared, sonar, mics, speakers, and a very visual interface system that makes programming him a doddle. There's just one problem. This little chap took 5 years to develop and cost $20 million. This was going to be tougher than I thought.
It took me longer than Jace to come up with a plan, but after a bit of web work, I had the answer. I would take my inspiration from the biggest movie of all time. Avatar! No, I'm not going to paint myself blue, but that film was all about creating a clone, an avatar, so someone can be in two places at once. Now, if I can do that, if I can create a digital puppet, an avatar, then I can be in the studio without actually having to be in the studio. And for that to make it as real as possible and as true to me, I need motion capture. Motion capture, the recording of actors to create realistic virtual characters, has been around for more than a decade. But now it's not just high-end movies that are using it, but also TV and video games too. So, to capture body movement, typical technology would be cameras like these, a studio rather like this one, and a bobble suit, which is rather unflattering, like this. The cameras pick up the reflective bobbles, and specialist software on high-powered computers instantly turn my movements into a three-dimensional stick Susie. All I needed now was a way of putting some meat on that wire frame. This was looking promising. So how long would it take you to make a Susie, complete, looking like me?
It could take a few months. Well, a few weeks to a few months, yeah. It totally depends.
You know I want to do this real time, though, don't you?
Not without the avatar budget, you're not going to. You're going to struggle.
Creating a realistic-looking avatar that could react to my every move was proving tough. But it can't be impossible, because there's at least one piece of consumer tech that does it straight out of the box. The Kinect for the Xbox 360. So, if I could find some way of combining the real-time rendering of the Kinect with the more detailed avatars of the movies, I'd be well on my way to creating a virtual Susie good enough to present the show.
I too was having a mare. Finding or even building a robot good enough to present the show within the time we had and our budget was looking impossible. And there was another problem. I'm going to need something extra. What I need is a robot that can take on my personality and be a real physical presence in the studio. And you know what? I think I might just have found a contender. Check it out. It's called the Giraffe. Isn't it absolutely amazing? And look, I can move around with my strange face on it. Isn't that fantastic? The Giraffe has been designed for video conferencing. It's got a built-in camera, a screen, speakers and a microphone. In fact, everything you need to have a two-way conversation over the net. I think the Giraffe is an incredible piece of technology, but as I stand next to it and as I bang into doors and glass windows, I do realise its limitations. And in terms of the physical presence required to replace me as host of the Gadget Show, I think there's something better out there. Sorry, old chap.
I was convinced that a remote control avatar was still the best way to win this presenter challenge. But I'd struggled to find a way to control the avatar in real time, which is why I enlisted the help of Ignition, one of Europe's leading virtual reality specialists. And boy, did they have the kit.
We have got our hands on this, the latest technology, and we are the first people to be able to use it. It's a huge light box with 14 cameras all the way around, each camera capturing a different angle of my body. As I move around, you'll see it capturing exactly what I'm doing.
And it works on silhouettes, so no need for a bubble suit to create their stickman.
So, I had some photographs taken back at the Gadget Show studio and sent them down to Jeff, and he's been working with those photographs and an avatar of a gaming girl, really, to merge and create.
That's right. Yeah.
Susie.
With my avatar's body taking shape, I moved on to its head and teaching it to talk.
Hello and welcome to the Gadget Show. A, E, I, O, U.
Bringing the avatar to life had been relatively straightforward. The challenge I now face was how to send all that data from London to the Gadget Show studio in Birmingham.
We've been able to capture my movement, we've been able to make an avatar, and the last piece is to send the information to Birmingham. And at the moment, can't do it. We've just got all manner of problems with connections, and if we can't send the information up there, the whole thing has been for nothing.
I was certain that my idea of building a presenter bot was still the winning idea, and so I began with the most important part, the brain. And for that, I enlisted the help of artificial intelligence expert Rollo Carpenter. Rollo's the brains behind an AI program called Cleverbot that over the last 3 years has been learning how to chat online.
So you want a program, essentially, to chat as you, as if it was you.
Yeah.
And at the same time do your job for you,
so
deliver your lines. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I need it to be as convincing as possible.
Fortunately, Cleverbot learns from conversations, so it was all down to chat, and I'm pretty good at that.
So if you spend some time talking as yourself, and you made sure that everything you said to it would be something you might want it to say to other people, then it could learn to become a bit like you.
Next, I moved on to my second most important presenter asset, my face. And for that, I recruited movie special effects artists Tom and Siobhan Loughton.
Oh, it's really cold, man. Imagine cold liquid rubber being rubbed into your skin. Oh. There he is. Wow. That's an amazing experience. And there's your face. Oh, it's perfect, isn't it? Wow. You gotta try that.
From this mould, they'll create a rubber mask and a fiberglass skull that will have motors to move a mouth that will match the words that come out of my AI brain. With my robot's head underway, my attention turned to its body. Unfortunately, all my presenter bot is required to do is sit on the Gadget Show sofa, so I could keep things quite simple. And for this task, I brought in mechanical genius Paul Riggs.
While I'd love to have lots of expressive hands and sort of folding legs and all the rest of it,
I don't think it's necessary. And
That'd be a lot of work, yeah.
It's a huge amount of work and we don't have enough time, you know. And so basically, I think we're looking at just moving my head.
OK. That keeps it really simple, because then it's just one motor. We can use it to move your head back and forth.
And this is what Paul came up with. 2 microphones that, through software, would turn a motor to face wherever the sound was coming from. Yo. Yo. That is amazing. Test complete.
Hey, good work.
Great work, man. And by concentrating on the head, we could keep the body simple, and I mean really simple. Right, Jace, this might tickle a bit.